Jack, what did you put the pass down for?
I had a 31.
Snap, hold, kick up. Kick blocked. It's blocked. It is blocked. Oh, boy. 34-28. Back in a moment on WCSL and WLON High School Football. Game of the week.
The new Homestead Grill and Tap House in Denver is now open on Highway 16. Now you have two great locations to choose from. The Homestead Grill and Tap House on North Generals Boulevard in Lincolnton, and now the new Homestead Grill and Tap House on Highway 16 in Denver. And remember them for catering too. Weddings, rehearsal dinners, birthdays, showers, and more. That's the Homestead Grill and Tap House, 357 North Generals Boulevard in Lincolnton, and now on Highway 16 in Denver.
All right, Lincoln leads 34-28. PAT was blocked. So that makes it a 6-point game with 9:52 left in the contest.
Yeah, Nate Curitan with the block there. Nate Curitan has made a big play in at least every game so far this year that I've seen. Hasn't had the best night at being defensive back. It's definitely a tough job for him having to handle Langdon Givens, but made a big play on special teams here, and that makes it a 6-point ball game. So if the Mustangs score and get the extra point, they get the lead.
34-28, First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, 9:52 to go. In the fourth quarter, here's Taylor's kickoff.
He's really been good on the kickoffs the last few times, both of them being touchbacks.
Kick, end over end kick, nice kick. Near the 5 to the 10, 15. 25, 30, out over the 30-yard line.
Kickoff return by number 6, Jalen Frazier.
Frazier on the return out over the 30-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will begin, from the 31-yard line. First down and 10.
Going to have to move the ball 69 yards down the field. The score 6 on the board. Now it's going to get into crunch time here these last few minutes in the ball game.
9:44. First down and 10, the Mustangs. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Quarterback draw. Graham to the left side. First down. Graham near midfield. Stop from behind on the Lincolnton 49-yard line. Big first down run.
I mean, in the way that this ball game has been going, why not just give a direct call to Marcus Graham there? A big Eddie's Auto Parts first down to start the drive already in Lincolnton territory.
Run all the way.
First and 10, Mustangs.
Direct snap to Graham again. He gets to the 40-yard line. Bunch of guys have got to stop him. Still being pushed. No whistle. Finally a whistle on the 30-yard line. Holy mackerel. The whistle would not blow, and his teammates just pushed him down to the 30-yard line. So first down East Lincoln. 9:13 to go. 34-28. Wolves by 6. Trying to hang on and snap a 5-game losing streak. Snap to Graham is low. Going to keep it himself. Graham inside the 25. Now, where does this come from all of a sudden?
Bice knows the weakness, I think, to Lincolnton. They can't stop Marcus Graham when he runs the ball. Might as well and situate on the positive and hide the negatives for East Lincoln.
Had a hard time passing tonight. Lots of pressure on Graham in the pocket, but he's found some success running the football here in the fourth quarter. Last 3 plays.
And now we
big
got
runs for Graham. We'll break as well. 30-second timeout. Back in a moment, everybody.
We have a timeout.
If you're shopping for a subcompact tractor, shop the Mahindra Max first. The Max has the #1 lift capacity in its class, plus best-in-class turning radius. And when the other guy's warranty stops at 2 years, Mahindra's 5-year warranty keeps on going. Add it all up and you get the world's #1 selling tractor, Mahindra.
Trust New South Tractor to keep you running long and strong. Located on Highway 70 in Newton near the Hickory Fairgrounds and newsouthtractor.com.
All right, Derek Smith, Evan Ludwig, Austin Kerr up top of the press box with a video at kdcbroadcasting.com and the Ustream app. Radio, WLON AM 1050, WCSL AM 1590, Cherryville tonight. Simulcasting over toward those folks in Gaston County. So, first down and 10. Check that, second down and 4 for East Lincoln inside the Lincolnton 25-yard line.
It's all been Marcus Graham on this drive as it's been designed runs to Graham.
He's in the shotgun, going to pass, throw toward the end zone. Picked off.
It's
dropped. Dropped. Wow, picked off and then dropped by Lincolnton.
Tyreek Hollis almost with the interception, but Cameron Dollar, nice heads-up play, pops the ball off.
Might have popped it out of his hands.
Yeah, great play by Cameron Dollar.
I thought he almost ripped it out of his hands for an interception and then a fumble recovery, I guess is the way it would have been.
We had a situation similar to this at the East Lincoln Forest View game. But now it's going to be 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4 inside the 25. Graham has got to keep it. Going to get the first down to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Is that a horse collar? I do not see a flag.
Yeah, there is a flag.
There's a flag?
Yeah, Donnie Thompson trying to hang on to Marcus Graham and not allow the touchdown. He didn't allow the touchdown, but he's going to get himself a penalty.
That'll be at half the distance. Probably around the 2 or the 3 yard line. He went down quick and hard, didn't he?
Yeah, that looked like he was in a, that was not the best predicament that Marcus Graham was in as he landed awkwardly. Thankfully, he's all right.
All right, goal to go.
Yeah, goal line situation here.
Going to line up in an I formation.
East Lincoln's only burned
under center. Handoff. Spun in Childers, shy of the goal line. 2nd and goal to go from around the 1.
It's interesting. East Lincoln's only ran it on this drive, but they've burned barely a minute off the clock.
Clock under 8 minutes. Wolves by 6, 34-28. Mustangs knocking on the door. Go to Childers again. Touchdown Childers, 1 yard. Mustangs have tied it up. 34-34.
Yeah, Childers was met in the backfield but got through those 2 defenders and got into the end zone for a big touchdown. And if Shanklin can get this extra point, it'll give the Mustangs the lead once again.
Here's Ryan Shanklin to try to break this 34-34 deadlock with 7:30 to go in the contest.
Cameron Dollar telling the guys at the edge what to do to not allow this kick to get blocked like East Lincoln did to Lincolnton the last time.
Snap hole, kick up, kick is good. It is East Lincoln 35, Lincoln 34. Back in a moment. High school football on WCSL and WLON.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
What a ball game. 35-34. Mustangs by a point. It's gone back and forth all night long. 3 ties. Nobody more than a touchdown advantage this evening. 7:30 left in this one. What is going to happen? Smoke.
Well, I don't know. I said expect the unexpected earlier, and this game has just been back and forth. There's no telling who can win the ball game. Only a 1-point ball game right now. So we're just going to have to take a seat and eat our popcorn and just enjoy it.
All right, here we go. Shanklin to kick, left to right. Sort of a short kick out of bounds, and Lincoln will get good field position now.
Yeah, but on these kickoff returns, Lincolnton has not really had bad field position throughout the whole game. Only one time did they have bad field position, and that was on a little mistake there by Tyreek Hollis that put Lincolnton at their own 5-yard line.
What a nice, long, time-consuming drive would do for Lincoln. I don't know that they're built for a long time-consuming drive per se. Certainly a touchdown drive, but can they make it a long time-consuming drive?
Well, I think they are more than East Lincoln, as Lincolnton's been going in the I formation a lot recently. They've taken a lot of clock off the time so far in this game.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. 65 yards away from pay dirt are the Lincolnton Wolves, trailing by a point. Back in the shotgun to Givens, to the 40, to the 50. Fumble the football, picked up by East Lincoln. Givens had the first down, fumbled inside of East Lincoln territory, and the Mustangs have got the football. Man, what a tough break for Lincolnton.
I think Cameron Dollar popped that one out after he popped the interception off of Tyree Collis's hand on the last drive, and it looked like Trevor Childers got the recovery. A big mistake there by Langdon Givens after what would have been a big play for the Wolves.
A lot of time left, though, 7:29.
But now the Mustangs have a chance to move the ball down the field and get up 2 scores. That could be a crucial mistake there for Langdon Givens.
35-34. It's a 1-point East Lincoln advantage. They've got the ball on their own 48-yard line.
Some of the best field position they've had all night. So it looks like they might just have Graham go up the middle there as Childers and that's actually, yep.
Fake the hand. Little read option. Got 4 or 5.
Yeah, Lincolnton player was in right on Marcus Graham at the line of scrimmage, but Graham just carried him for about 4 or 5 yards, and you wouldn't think that for a guy of Graham's stature.
2nd and 5.
Pick up a 5 on the carry, brings up a 2nd and 5.
From the Lincolnton 47-yard line. Clock under 7 minutes in the evening. To Chandler Jones, left side. Jones inside the 45. Brings up 3rd and short.
So we're starting to see players getting worn out here. One lunging over for East, and the other, Noah Keener, slow to get up as the effects of this ball game are now really being shown late in the 4th quarter.
And just after 10 o'clock here, official timeout.
Yeah, Noah Keener going to have to go off the field on this play.
We're not an Auto Mall postgame show. We'll join it in progress once we wrap up here. Still lots of time left.
Big 3rd down. East Lincoln's going to have to convert here.
3rd and short. Quarterback keeper steps up, didn't get it.
And Lincolnton stacked up the box humongously on that play.
Young Sherrill, transfer from Cherryville. First game action tonight in a black and yellow uniform.
And it looks like the Mustangs are staying on the field, going to try to convert here on 4th down.
4th and 2. Under center is Marcus Graham. We'll try to draw him off. And they will call a timeout. We're going to change the play.
Now they're going to I formation.
Go to the I formation.
Almost got Donnie Thompson to move there.
Handoff. Nowhere. Childers didn't get it. The Lincoln defense holds. And they will take over near midfield.
I don't think they were supposed to snap the ball there as Coach Bias looking at Marcus Graham wondering what he was doing there.
I think you're right about that, Smoke.
Yeah, Bias very upset there.
So Lincoln back in business after the fumble. They're back near where they were when they coughed it up on the Gibbons pass reception. It's on their own 44-yard line, 5:33 to go.
They're going I formation here.
35-34. Wolves down by a point, but they've got the football. In the deep I, Little John and McLean. Xavier and Xavier, the 2 X's, go to McLean. He loses a yard or 2 back near the 41-yard line.
So he almost got the yardage back, as we've seen McLean do that a lot tonight. But this time it wasn't the case as East Lincoln got on to McLean.
Tough to bring down.
As Lincolnton, I think they're trying to move the ball down the field along with getting the clock off the scoreboard. But it won't be working if they lose yardage every play.
Second, about 13. Little John throwing to Surratt. Caught. Surratt can't get anywhere. A yard maybe on the far side.
Another great play by Jalen Frazier, not allowing Surratt to get any big yardage. And maybe only got a yard there, did Sage Surratt. But it's going to make it a big third down coming up here for Lincolnton.
3rd and 12 for the Wolves. Wow, that clock is run down now to 4 minutes and 25 seconds.
And counting.
Lincolnton trails by a point. Need a scoring drive here to try to snap that 5-game losing streak to this bunch. Little John back in the shotgun, looking to throw. Caught by Givens, tiptoed at the 45-yard line for a first down. What a play.
Great footwork there by Langdon Givens, and nice ball placement by Little John getting it into that tight spacing there.
He tiptoed and stayed in bounds on the 45-yard line. Stops the clock at 4:01.
Another Eddie's Auto Parts first down for the Wolves. Able to keep this drive alive. Now with 4:01 remaining in the ball game.
Far side hash, first down and 10 from the East Lincoln 45-yard line. 3 receivers on the short side. Givens on this side. Throw to the short side. Screen pass to Surratt. Surratt dances around a man or two. About 4 yards near the 40-yard line.
Littlejohn's pass complete to number 14, Sage Surratt.
Sage Surratt definitely have been active tonight against his former high school team. And they've been trying to get short passes to him all night. Haven't really gone deep that much tonight, has Sage Surratt.
Reception of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 40. Clock down to 3:30.
You got trips to the right side.
Wolves driving. Looking to throw. Little John directing traffic. Got to keep it himself, and he spins away, and he's going to lose some yardage on the play. Could have been a whole lot worse.
Nice job by Chaz Williams getting some pressure, but I don't think Lincolnton was really ready on that play. They kind of looked lost on that play there.
Lost 3. 3rd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Clock down to 3:05 in the game. 35-34. Mustangs by 1. Shootout tonight has been back and forth from the beginning.
And, of course, here, if Lincolnton doesn't get it, they probably will go for it.
4-down territory.
Yeah. And they still have 2 timeouts in their back pocket as the East Lincoln crowd really getting into this one.
Trying to make some noise on this side. Back to throw, down the sideline. Got the man for a first down. Caught to Sage Surratt inside the 35-yard line. Stopping the clock at 2:37.
Almost like the last third down play with Langdon Givens. Just throw it onto that far side corner. And just enough for the first down is Jonathan Biaggi on the stop there for the Mustangs.
Curled back in and made the reception for first down yardage on the 34-yard line.
And Lincolnton has burned the clock down to under 2.5 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Clock is running down to 2:23 in the contest. First down and 10, Lincolnton. Inside the East Lincoln 35-yard line. Trailing by a point. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Back to throw, stop, pump, fumble, and Lincoln will fall on it. But a loss of 6 on the play. Clock is under 2 minutes now.
Yeah, 73 might have saved the ball game there for Lincolnton. A close call by Littlejohn, who was, as the pocket just collapsed on him there.
Yep.
As Lincolnton trying to hurry up back to the line of scrimmage.
7-yard loss back to the 41-yard line. Second down and 17. Clock down to 1:42 and counting. Going to go down to the end, it looks like, Smoke.
And Langdon Givens, I don't think, knows the play for Lincolnton.
Second and long, going to hand to McLean around the right side. McLean gets a few near the 35. 3rd and long. Clock stops at 83 seconds.
And a timeout called by Lincolnton.
We have a timeout, Wolves.
And it's got a 3rd down and long coming up here. The Wolves have converted on this drive on some big 3rd downs. And you also got to realize the Wolves don't have to get a touchdown. They can get in field goal range for Sam Taylor who has had a field goal extra point blocked and a field goal missed just by the hair. That has really had an effect on this game, Derek.
Penalties, turnovers, fourth down, failed conversions, near misses, loose balls, big plays. Had about everything tonight.
Yeah.
Clock is stopped at 1:23. It'll be third and about 14 for Lincolnton on the East Lincoln 37-yard line. Got to get down near the 25 for a first down.
And now the cowbells are starting to come alive here for the Mustangs. Everyone on their feet. No one sitting down here.
Standing room only crowd here in Denver. Back to throw. Little John caught. Shy. Well, he might have got the first down with second effort on the far side.
Sage had to come back onto that ball there. He's going to be short.
Going to mark it short. Yep, going to mark it shy. Clock is down to 68 seconds. 67 seconds. 4th and 1. Up to the line quickly to the Lincolnton Wolves. Got to go for it. This could be the ball game. Little John keeps it, gets the first down inside the 25-yard line, stopping the clock at 55.2 seconds.
And now
Man alive.
And now Mustang's hurt. Mustang down on the ground as East Lincolnton trying to spike it. And they're going to have to stop the clock there at 55.2 seconds.
We'll stick with it. Ronald Automall postgame show follows our broadcast tonight. We'll join it in progress, 10 to midnight, back at network headquarters in Cherryville. Scores and discussions of tonight's games.
I believe it might be Hermaine Hernandez that is down on the ground there for East Lincoln, one of their defensive linemen. As breaking the action here might be what both teams need to regroup, especially if you're the Mustang defense. Lincolnton has methodically moved the ball down the field after looks like a miscommunication between Coach Bice and Marcus Graham on 4th and short.
He looks like he's getting up, and he will get up. He's off on his own.
And this game has definitely taken a physical toll on a lot of the players tonight.
He thinks he's going to stay in, but I don't think he can stay in, can he?
No, he's got to get out of play.
I know he can't stay in, but he thought he could.
Well, this is such a big game, he doesn't want to take a play out.
Certainly not.
23-yard line.
So first down and 10 for Lincolnton. From the East Lincoln 23-yard line, 55.2 seconds. The Wolves trail by a point. Clock is winding down now. Under 50. Little John back to throw. Hold it up. Here is a flag. Stopping the clock at 47.6.
I think it is against the Wolves here. No word on the flag.
Man, a false start call going against the Wolves.
False start on Lincolnton. Not a big deal, really, I don't think.
Not at this point in the game, no.
I mean, you got to score, so no matter where you are on the field, you got to get in the end zone to win this thing.
And with Little John's arm, he can easily throw it into the end zone.
And you got Surratt, you got Gibbons, jump ball.
Tyreek Hollis as well. And Xavier
but if you're East Lincoln, you got to know something's coming towards Sage Surratt.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
now trying to get the clock set, I think, are the officials. So they moved it back up to 53 flat.
Sure
on
did.
The clock.
Come on, gang. Somebody put the heat on Little John. Somebody put the heat on him.
Here's Little John back in the shotgun, throwing across the middle. Caught inside the 5 by the tight end, Sam Taylor, also the kicker.
Yeah, Sam Taylor.
Unlikely candidate to catch it and get the first down for Lincolnton. 42.6 seconds.
The last candidate I think Lincolnton probably would have thrown it to there. But nice
and he showed good hands too, didn't he?
Yeah, as Lincolnton trying to spike the ball down.
Spike it, stopping the clock at 36.7 seconds. It'll be first down and goal to go for the Wolves, trailing by a point.
Sam Taylor, one of the most unlikely heroes to get a big pass in this ball game.
Fooled everybody, I think.
Yeah. It's the move no one expected.
From the 7-yard line. Second down and goal to go. Lincolnton trying to snap a 5-game losing streak to this bunch. On the road. Snap it to Cordell. Stop. Pressure. Out of pressure. Sacked. Watch out. 30 seconds. Do they have a timeout left?
No
26 seconds. 25 seconds. Man down, and they're going to have to stop the clock. Lincolnton gets a break as the Mustang is down to stop the clock at 24.7 seconds.
Wow.
They might have just run out of time, Smoke. A cramp might have just saved Lincolnton.
That is hard for East Lincoln. I know that guy, and Ryan Matz, the one that got cramped, he's back up.
He's up.
He's really mad at himself.
Wow. The cramp that might have saved the Wolves' life tonight.
That could be the case, but the Wolves still got 2 plays remaining, but 24.7 seconds on the clock here. I know they wish they would have Will Mercer back in this situation.
Third and goal to go. Little John back to throw toward the end zone. Surratt jump ball out of bounds. Touchdown! Touchdown Lincolnton! I thought he was out of bounds, but it's a touchdown. 13.5 seconds.
A late flag. This probably is unsportsmanlike conduct on Sade Surratt.
13.5 seconds. The jump ball to Surratt back at the back of the end zone. Makes the play.
He pushed off. Yeah, he pushed off. His offensive pass interference.
And the Wolves are on top. 20 catches, we're told.
That's right. 173 yards.
173 and 20 catches for Sage. He's come back to Denver and had a big contest against his former teammates.
Unsportsmanlike on East Lincoln, actually.
It'll be on Lincolnton, too.
Penalty went against the Mustang.
Penalties, I thought, were offsetting. So 40-35, Wolves by 5, 13.5 seconds to go in the contest.
Going to go for 2 here, make it a 7-point game.
13.5 seconds. Here are the Wolves. Trying to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game. Snap to Cordell. Going to keep it. Going to get in, and he's going to get the 2-point conversion. 42-35, Wolves by 7 with 13 seconds to go in the contest.
Wow, has this ball game changed completely here. As that 4th down play, you can draw it back up to there where they snapped the ball and a miscommunication between Bias and Marcus Graham. That could be the backbreaker in tonight's game that eventually led to this touchdown.
Wow, Lincolnton crowd is on their feet on the far side, celebrating what could be their first victory over these guys.
Yeah, and East Lincoln fans are in total shock here.
We talked about it. Lincolnton, the last team to beat East Lincoln. 34 games later, they could be the next to beat East Lincoln after that long conference winning streak in the regular season.
And now with the unsportsmanlike penalty, I thought they were offset.
I thought they were too.
And, well, apparently they're not offset, though.
He pointed both ways, I thought.
So now Lincolnton's going to kick it off at East Lincoln's 45-yard line.
So they'll kick from inside of Mustang territory.
Marcus Graham back deep for the Mustangs.
13.5 seconds. Post-game show comes up next. Smoke will have it. I got to go to work. Full-time job is calling. And I'm already an hour late. 13.5 seconds. Here's Sam Taylor, the unlikeliest of heroes tonight. Didn't even know he was a tight end. Here's his kick. Kicks it deep out of the end zone. And so with no time running off the clock, East Lincoln gets it from the 20 with 13.5 seconds left.
Going to have to dial up a miracle here. Going to have to move the
ball. It'll have
80,
to be a miracle.
80 yards down the field. Might have to get a pass through around the 50 and then try to get another throw down the field. So now East Lincoln having at their own 20. Let's see if the football gods are with them tonight.
Let us see. Here's East Lincoln. Graham back to throw in the pocket, has some time down the field. It's going to be intercepted. That'll be the ball game. Here's the return down the sideline, pushed out of bounds.
No, still on his feet.
And that is the game. Lincoln has won this 42-35, snapping a 5-game losing streak against East Lincoln. Meanwhile, snapping East Lincoln's 33-game regular season conference winning streak dating back to 2011 when Lincoln last beat them.
Marcus Graham hurt on the play. Hate to see that.
What a ball game, Smoke.
Yeah, definitely a great ball game tonight. Unfortunately, one team had to lose, and that was the East Lincoln Mustangs.
Stay tuned. Carolina Trust Bank postgame show comes up next. High school football on WLON and WCSL.
It's like going on vacation without leaving town at the Glen Oaks Golf Club in Maiden. Sure, there's golf, but there's a whole lot more, like their swimming pool, driving range, picnic shelter, and their new clubhouse, featuring a snack bar and a big banquet room. Great for weddings, receptions, class and family reunions. So for a fun day of golf and much, much more, see Glen Oaks Golf Course. Call 828-428-2451. 828-428-2451. Online at glenoaksgolf.com.
All right, back here at East Lincoln High School, David Clark Stadium, as you are now listening to the postgame show presented by Carolina Trust Bank. As we're going to go quickly with the Al Lanes Kubota recap of the game. East Lincoln got on the board first on a touchdown run by Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones had 2 on tonight, and it was a 14-7 lead after a fumble from Marcus Graham recovered by Donnie Thompson, which eventually led to a touchdown for the Wolves. And then it was 14-all after a 97 kickoff return by Jalen Frazier. And then we go into the fourth quarter here, a big game, and eventually led to Sage Surratt scoring the game-winning touchdown with seconds remaining as Lincolnton takes this one 42-35 over East Lincoln, and what was sure to be a thriller. And we're going to go over the post-game awards real quick here, as the sub of the game going to go to Young Sherrill, Subway sub of the game, the transfer from Cherryville High School. Had himself some good moments in the second half on defense. Our defensive player of the game. Definitely a tough one, to say the least. But the defensive play of the game, probably Lincolnton stopping East Lincoln on 4th and short late in the ball game at the 45-yard line. And our player of the game, Weston Sales, player of the game, going to go to Sage Surratt against his former team. Over 20 catches and 2 touchdown passes to get the win for the Wolves. So we want to thank all our sponsors tonight. The Cloninger Family Dentistry broadcast of tonight's game on WLON 1050 a.m. and on WCSL 1590 a.m. Also want to thank our pregame show sponsor, Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, our key properties key to the game sponsor. Eddie's Auto Parts always with the first down sponsor. Weston Sale Bobcats for touchdown sponsor. Scoreboard sponsored by First Federal Savings Bank. The Husqvarna Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center halftime show, as you're currently listening to the Carolina Trust Bank postgame show. And our defensive player of the game going to go to Donnie Thompson. Had a big game on defense, including a fumble recovery in the first quarter, as that was sponsored by Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton. Want to thank every one of you for listening or watching tonight on Ustream, as it definitely was a thriller. And now I'm going to send it off to Cherryville, North Carolina, to the Boss Studios, Big Oak Country Studios as well, for the Renato Automall postgame. Take it away, guys.